Just as Klein's mind thought of something, his spiritual perception was triggered as he instinctively cast his gaze at the entrance to Calderon City. The lights there flickered as a figure entered. The figure was wearing a simple and ordinary linen robe with a head of silver hair. He was a handsome man with soft facial features. His eyes were gentle with some hints of coldness. It was as though he was observing the fates of everyone in the world like a spectator. Behind him, there were beams forming illusory layers of pure wings. They spread outwards, blocking the entire entrance. Klein nearly hissed through the gaps in his teeth as a series of titles and names flashed across his mind. Ouroboros, Tail Devourer, Angel of Fate, King of Angels. That is the first introduction to Ouroboros we ever get, and I couldn't be the only one who thought it was so terrifying that he was just normal. A Sequence 1 King of Angels of the Wheel of Fortune pathway, simply appearing out of thin air. No menacing aura, no incredible power, no. He was just standing there, observing Klein through his eyes in which rivers of fate swirled within. Honestly, he had so much potential as an antagonist, or just a character, so why was he so sidelined? The only dynamic he has is with the other Sequence 1 Snake of Mercury, Will or Septon, who was a literal baby. Bro was beefing with a baby? But what was his past, and why did he end up serving under the rap god? I mean, true creator. Well, presumably in the third epoch, he had been a follower of the ancient sun god when he was just a saint. He then joined Rose Redemption 2, which caused the fall of the ancient sun god. I mean, if you think about it, it doesn't really make sense until you recall who led Rose Redemption. It was Dark Angel Sazria, a king of angels. He was created by the rib itself of the ancient sun god. He plotted to kill and resurrect within the ancient sun god because of the primordial god Almighty awakening within the ancient sun god. However, Sazria was betrayed by the Wind Angel, White Angel, and Wisdom Angel, who became the Lord of Storms, Eternal Blazing Sun, and God of Knowledge, respectively. The other angels mostly disbanded, and Ouroboros overtook Rose Redemption and started to lead it. As we all know, the true creator was born from the remains of the ancient sun god's buffet, somewhat with the consciousness of Sazria, and the rest of Sazria was just left behind in the giant king's court, sealed forever. From the information we learn from Mr. Vetus, every time Ouroboros is reborn, he grows up by the side of the true creator, and must grow from a snake egg, growing more and more until he gets back to his normal form. He also hunted the god of luck, a subsidiary god we know literally nothing about. However, Will or Septon had gained this opportunity, and rose up as an angel during the fourth epoch. Ouroboros was also one of the highest nobles in the Solomon Empire. Based on murals from many destroyed temples we see in LOTM, specifically while exploring with Derek and Anderson, it seemed that in the fourth epoch, Ouroboros led members of the Rose Redemption across the sea and entered the forsaken land of the gods. Along the way, the pilgrims built temples for the true creator, and the murals depicted Ouroboros within them were imbued with fate and time-loop authorities directly from Ouroboros' authority. And finally, we come back to when Klein met him for the first time in the spiritual city of Calderon, attracting the gaze of the true creator while using Tinder, a sealed artifact very similar to Creeping Hunger. It was a glove, except it was made from the Sequence 6 Prometheus of the Error pathway. In case you don't remember, while trying to cleanse the all-black eye from true creator corruption, Klein transferred its corruption to Tinder instead, which accidentally attracted the true creator while Klein was fighting with it in Calderon City. He also did various things such as watching over Lewis Wayne, otherwise known as Mr. X, but was diverted by Will or Septon with the Die of Probability as bait. He also blessed the Saint of Secrets Botus with good luck to avoid the backlash of the box of the Great Old Ones. And then my boy Ouroboros got done dirty during the end of Volume 4, like Bro was summoned to the battle just because of the Quill of Al-Zuhad, a damned sealed artifact. Adam then did a domain expansion with his corpse cathedral, and Ouroboros was trapped within. Sadly, we didn't get to see much of their fight, or any for that matter, but we know Ouroboros managed to escape. While Adam was beginning to fuse with the true creator, he also saw Ouroboros, who was simply prey, and left best boy or girl or mirror, I guess, Orodes to him, which Klein later picked up after supernovaing Ammon. Is that a word? Regardless, Ouroboros was nowhere to be seen, and that's honestly all we know of him, at least as of Book 1. It's a bit disappointing because his character design is very unique, and the concept of being an angel of fate is pretty cool as well, but alas, we don't see much of him. Anyways, that's Ouroboros, completely explained in Volume 1. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. It's free and helps out a ton.